Today on Business Success in Six with Stacie, I have Jason Olejniczak here from Adapt and Conquer CrossFit and Ozaukee Fitness in Cedarburg, Wisconsin. Jason, thanks for jumping on with me.
Hi, thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. Exercise and staying fit is something that everybody needs to do for their mental and physical health. So I'm really excited to share your business with our community. Do you mind if I ask you 6 questions?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. When people ask you what Adapt and Conquer CrossFit and Ozaukee Fitness do, how do you describe your business?
We do fitness that makes everyday life easier. So we help you pick things up off the floor, press them up as high as you can, move well and move efficiently. Everything that we do in here will ultimately make your fitness outside the gym better and easier to do.
It's really, really, really important. So thank you for doing that. Just a side question. What ages do you work with?
We work with sort of a lot of them. We do personal training for kids as young as 9 or 10, all the way until college age. We have kids in our classes with their parents from the age of, let's say, 13, 14, right in that range. As long as they have a guardian with them, we typically don't have too much of an issue with that.
Okay.
And then we work with people all the way up until 65, 70. We have some personal training clients that are even older than that.
That's wonderful. Thanks for answering that. I know that wasn't one of the 6, but I think it's really important for our viewers to know that. So what were your plans when you started your business and how have they changed?
Our plan was to just offer the best coaching, the best community, and the best facility. Ultimately, the way that it's changed is through our location. We've been through a couple of different locations now. We're in what we kind of call in our forever home. We signed a long-term lease here in Cedarburg, and we expect to be here for a long, long time. Our plans have changed where we wanted to grow and get into a bigger facility and a bigger facility and a bigger facility, where ultimately we just downsized a little bit to make it a little bit more of an intimate experience and offer a little bit more of like a cohesive community versus a bigger facility just meant more people were spread out. Now we're all kind of close together and sweating and suffering together.
Suffering positively, right?
Absolutely.
So what is the biggest way that you impact the community and that you want to impact the community?
One thing that I'm super proud of is we offer adaptive fitness. So I started a nonprofit 2 years ago now that works with people with disabilities, and we offer educated coaches, an accessible facility, and ultimately like a very inclusive community. And within that, we have people rolling around here in wheelchairs who have amputations, traumatic brain injuries from whatever sort of accident. Sometimes it's congenital, or sometimes it's an incident that causes the disability. But that's one of the things that like ultimately I want to get the word out and spread that throughout the community as positive outreach.
Wow, that is so beautiful. Now, what is the name of that nonprofit? Do you have that?
We are the United Training Foundation. You can find us at unitedtrainingfoundation.com.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that as well. That's beautiful. So what is one challenge that you have faced that other business owners could learn from?
We are loud. We make a lot of noise. We're very excited about it, and it's not a secret. But ultimately, it's become that was part of the biggest issue with finding a space that was conducive to what we do, and also not intrusive on the building owner or any of our neighbors and things like that. So really finding like the right space and being very forthcoming, making sure everybody understands exactly what your business is and your product is, could lead to less problems down the road.
You know, that's really, really great advice. I've interviewed hundreds of business owners and I haven't heard that, but that makes so much sense to actually make sure you truly know the space that you're moving into, especially when you are loud or when you do have people coming in and out. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, I think that's been the biggest one.
That's a big one. Yeah, and it can be really expensive if you have to move from place to place. So that's great.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. So what does the future look like to you in your business and organization? And do you have an exit plan?
So the future is making sure that this current location is up and running. It's got everything we need. We've added facilities such as like a shower and different types of amenities that some of the other like functional fitness and some of the different places might not offer in the area. We also are looking at the possibility of an expansion into like a second like standalone location. That would be something that we'd be interested in the next 3 to 5 years, probably. Exit plan, you know, like any other business, ultimately would be possibly turning over the keys to somebody else. But other than that, just fostering like different portions of profit share ownership to, you know, some of the other coaches, some of the people who really invested their time and efforts here, who might not be on staff, something along those lines to take some of the risk away while also sharing the wealth within our community.
Wow, it sounds great, like a great future. So
Hopefully.
also, it will be a positive mindset, right? That's what you're
Yep,
coaching all the
always.
time. So you got it. There's
Yep.
that confidence there. My last question for you is all subjects open. What inspires you most?
I think it's the adaptive population that I do work with currently. You know, I've got a couple of groups of individuals with a cognitive disability, a couple individuals with the physical disability, and the fact that they can show up and get in the gym and get a good workout and have a smile on their face. And whenever I tell them to do something, they just shake their head, sure, and they just keep moving and they go forward. There's no complaining, there's no negotiating, there's no buffering, there's nothing. It's just a yes, and I'm going to do it. I think that's super inspirational, and that's something that I've really taken to heart over the last couple of years for sure.
Absolutely. That is absolutely inspirational. And thank you for the hard work with that and the dedication that you are pushing towards that. So Jason, if somebody wants to go to the gym to get healthier, to contact you, what's the best way for them to do that?
You can find our number on our website, OzaukeeFitness.com. Our gym is basically open with one of our coaches here almost all the time. So you could always just pop in. On our website is also our schedule. We have classes at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 9 a.m., noon, 5 p.m., 6 p.m. There's always an option just to pop in,
Okay.
try out a class and go from there.
So do you have to have a membership or can people pay per class?
We do have membership base. It's an unlimited membership for $150 a month. That gives you a coach and a workout every single time that you come in. On top of that, we do have punch cards, which are a little bit discounted rate if you buy them in a package. Otherwise, a drop-in as well. You can feel free to pay per class or in the membership.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, for getting people healthy and for all the work you're doing in the community, Jason. Thank you so much and have a good day.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's my pleasure.